from social tourists to my music team, my day-to-day team, it's pretty much all women, which is really exciting.
Hey friends, it's your girl Emily Curl back in my virtual studio, and today we're hanging out with my girl, Dixie D'Amelio. Dixie, it's good to see you again.
So nice to see you.
Well, Dixie, this time we are celebrating Women's History Month, all month long, of course. So we're doing a deep dive into that, and to kick us off, I mean, I feel like, especially for you, there's so many inspiring women in all of our lives that have really shaped us into who we are. For you, who jumps out at you and you're like, wow, this one really impacted me?
Definitely my mom and my sister. I feel like my mom and sister have always been there for me for everything. I know I can go to them for anything, anytime. They will answer. I'm so lucky to have them, and I want to make them proud as well.
Aww. I mean, I know I feel the same way with my sisters and my mom too. It's such a special bond. It really is.
Yeah, like a sister relationship is so weird because growing up, we obviously weren't like this close, and then going into high school and growing up and like kind of making it work, it's so much more fun when you have the support of a sibling. So being able to get really close with her was amazing.
Yeah, what do you think is like the biggest lesson that you've learned, or the biggest thing you've learned from Charli?
We're literally the same person in a lot of ways, like how we handle everything, our music taste, our style. We like see each other wearing something and we'll like wear it the next day. She does it a little more than me, but I've just realized it's more fun if we are building each other up and together and not fighting over clothes or fighting over stupid things, because it literally just makes it not fun.
There's so many times where I've been on Instagram and I see my sister's story and I'm like, that's where that top went? I was like, I've been looking for that. Is there a specific moment in time that Charli has done that for you where you're like, wait, I need that back?
Well, recently I have been wearing all of Charli's clothes because we film at my parents' house. And so I usually come in like sweatpants and a sweatshirt, and they're like, you need a change. And I'm like, oh, fine. So I go straight to Charli's room. I don't think she minds, but I know. This is coming out in March, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so Charli and I are moving in together, and March 1st. So it's gonna be like really fun to see our dynamic of like how it's gonna change of living together and working together, which I'm excited for.
And it's just the two of you?
Yeah. We're gonna be living like 2 minutes away from my parents, but I'm really excited.
Why did you guys decide? What was the turning point?
One day Charli and I were hanging out and it was really awkward. And we were like, what is wrong with us right now? Like, we used to be best friends and we just couldn't really put together a conversation. And then as the day went on, we started like having more fun and talking more, and we were just both realized how much we missed having each other and seeing each other every day and like being able to actually support each other. So we were like, what if we move in together? And now we're gonna do it.
That is so exciting. I cannot wait to see all the content that comes out of that.
I know. Either it's going to be like daily, every day, or we'll never post together. But I feel like it's just going to be so much fun having someone there who I love. And it's not like a normal roommate situation, you know?
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Speaking of social media, such a big part of your job, and a large majority of your life is on social media. What is your relationship like with the app right now, with lots of apps right now? And like, how do you navigate those boundaries?
I feel like everyone says they put their phone down and they just like to give time away from it. I love being on my phone. At the end of the day, I'm a 20-year-old girl, and I enjoy time on my phone. I think I'm more of a viewer than a content creator sometimes, and I will spend hours and hours on social media, and I enjoy it. I try to put my phone down, like before I go to bed. I'll turn my phone on airplane mode so I don't get notifications, but I really love just being entertained, and that's what social media is.
Yeah, I mean, but I feel like so many people are interested in your life, you know, in your personal relationships and your everyday life. How do you navigate what you share with them and what you don't?
I finally found like the right way to do it. On my social media, I usually only post me or my family. I don't ever post when I'm doing something or hanging out with someone, and it's definitely changed the experience of hanging out with someone when it's not like around the center of making content. And it just makes things so much more fun. And sometimes like I'll be out and someone will take a picture with the person I'm with. And it's fun like for the people who want to know to get a little glimpse, but I really enjoy just having real time and relationships that are to myself.
Yeah, I mean, and with your life too, especially like being so busy as a creative, as an artist, how do you cultivate and maintain like good relationships with your friends?
Recently, I've gotten a lot better at it. I just trying to be there if they're busy. Like, I won't take offense if you don't answer me. I get it. We all are busy, and I don't want anyone to stress about not answering me because I know I would be in the same position, but I just try to reach out to people, and if we can make plans, it's cool, perfect, works out, but it's usually very last minute, like, hey, do you want to go to the mall right now? Hey, do you want to go eat right now? Like something random.
Yeah. In any of your relationships, friends, romantic, family, what is something that you've tolerated in the past maybe, but that now at this age you no longer have space for in your life?
I think I used to just get so upset when I was left out of something. But I try not to take anything like that to heart anymore because most of the time I feel like it's an accident and it's not worth me being so upset. And most of the time when I stay home, it was a good idea that I stayed home because like I need to be working on something or anything. So just not being so upset that like I miss a night, you know?
Yeah. And do you consider yourself more of a homebody or do you prefer to go out?
I'm a mix. Either I'm out every single night. It's usually because I go to the studio so late at night that I like want to hang out with friends after and just keep going because I'm like have so much energy from being in the studio. But if I'm home all day, there's no chance I'm getting out of the house.
Same, honestly. And that's a good feeling.
And it's sometimes like my friends know if they really need me to, they need to like just get me excited about something because once I'm excited, I'm like, okay, fine, let's do something.
Okay, so outside of music, what gets you excited enough to leave the house?
Really good meal. Or if someone says they have to tell me something because I'm the worst. I hate when people keep things from me. So if you tell me that we need to talk about something, I will be out of my house in 2 minutes.
You're like done. Well, Dixie, we loved watching you on your journey. I feel like I've got to check in with you so many times over the past year. I'm curious for you, what part of your life looks the most different today than it did a year ago?
How my music is going. Music right now, over the past 2 weeks, it's really changed of what I want to do and how it's all going. We kind of had an album set and then we did one more song and we realized, okay, nope, we need to start over. So we started over completely.
On the album? Started over completely on the album.
So we have all new songs. We're almost done. I found some people I love working with, and it was definitely a crazy idea to switch because I do have a definite date that I have to have an album out by now. And it's a lot of stress, but it's so much fun because I know what I like now. And I think that's what I've been working for these past 2 years. So I'm very excited.
Okay, so this is so fascinating to me. What would you say is the biggest difference between the first album you scrapped and this new one?
It's definitely more me. I don't know how I would describe it. It's like slower, emotional, ballady pop thing.
Ooh.
And it's mostly just like how I sound on it. It's me and just less of all the extras, you know?
Yeah, and by emotional, do you mean like we're diving into like, are we getting like a full glimpse of Dixie? Like, what do you mean by emotional?
I feel like it's definitely, I'm trying to tell my life and my story throughout music, and there's some things that will definitely be said, but nothing bad. It's just kind of getting to know me a little bit more.
Interesting. Okay, so we're getting a peek into the life. Okay. And you don't have a date set, right? We just know it's going to be sometime soon.
I know the date, but no one else will know the date.
But we can't know the date.
Yes.
Okay, that's fair. And then so Dixie, on those days, you're in the studio, you're cranking it out, like you need that little extra oomph. Whose like badass female energy do you channel when you need that little extra muscle?
I mean, there's so many women that I look up to, and I mostly like work with women, which is fun because we all just kind of push each other. But someone like Billie Eilish or Rihanna, I think channeling them is just, it means a good day. They're just both people who are so hardcore and true to themselves, or J-Lo, because I think she's so hardworking, and just everything I hear about her is just how she's always working harder. And I love working, and I want the people around me to see how hard I'm working, so they're not helping me for no reason. You know, I don't want people to think like they're putting in their work, and I want them to know I will put in my work as well.
But also amazing that you're working with like so many women on your team.
Really, so many parts of, from Social Tourist to my music team, my day-to-day team, it's pretty much all women, which is really exciting. Everyone that we work with is just so smart and talented, and it's a very great thing we have.
And it makes a difference because like then again, when you're sharing ideas, you're making an emotional album, you're with other people who get it, who've been there and who've experienced those same things, I'm sure.
Yes, and I feel like that for a while was really hard because I wanted to write the emotional songs, but it was so hard to like kind of talk to a guy because they don't always get it. And I'm like, oh, this made me feel some way. And even if they do get it, I just get nervous sometimes trying to explain those feelings to another guy. But when I talk to a girl and we're on the same page, we're both like, oh yeah, this happened and I felt this. And they're like, me too. It's just very, it just keeps the ball rolling very well.
Was there a particular day, like maybe in the studio or like, again, like in a session where you had like, you and again, your team of women had like a really intimate heart to heart? Like, was there something that jumps out at you?
There's just so many positives. There's never like one day. I feel like every day is the day. Every day we get in the studio, every day we work is so great that I don't have one specific day.
Well, we're excited to hear the full album, truly. So Dixie, you have an album coming out. You're doing a big move. What else do you have going on in your life? Are you doing any other projects?
Season 2 of the Hulu show. We have Social Tourist line. I've been working with Puma a lot, and I have some big things coming this year, which I'm excited for.
And how are you enjoying working on the show? Like, do you like that aspect of it?
I love being able to spend more time with my family, because even though it's like scheduled time and we're still working, having that time is so nice because I don't know if I would be at the house that much if we weren't filming the show.
But I also love that you guys are moving so close to each other. So like, I'm sure your parents are very happy about that.
I'm literally going to be 3 minutes from my parents. I mean, I live 10 minutes from them now, but it's going to be like on the same street. So.
Oh my God, a walk across the block and you're there. That's actually great. That's ideal.
I know, I can't wait.
Oh, well, Dixie, thank you so much. And so great chatting with you always. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. Did you like that video? You can check out more over here. And don't forget to subscribe to iHeart right here. And if you're already a longtime fan, make sure you ring the bell down below so you don't miss a single video. Bye guys.